This is our low plank rotation. This is a really, really good one for core strength. It's important to note up front, this is actually an anti-rotation exercise. We call it rotation because it looks like rotation because we are turning the upper body, but for the core, this is actually an anti-rotation task. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll call this out as Janelle goes through this. So I'm gonna have Janelle come down to a plank. So on the facing away to the side of the camera so you guys get a nice view here of the lines. Her hands and elbows are on the ground. Her elbows are shoulder width. Now, if you really need to interlace the fingers, that's okay. But I actually vastly prefer hands on the ground. It actually changes the load in the shoulder. And for this one, you have to be separated. So Janelle is gonna lean weight to the right arm, and then she's gonna rotate and then reach her left hand up to the ceiling. Eyes follow the hand, hand comes down, and then she's going to lean onto the left and rotate the right up to the ceiling. Great. I'm going to ask Janelle to do 2 more per side. Come on down. That pace is great. Now, why I call this anti-rotation, if you keep an eye, you can keep going. If you guys keep an eye from her shoulder to her hip, right through the torso here, you'll notice hopefully that she doesn't have any rotation. The torso is moving with the hips. Now that does mean that she's not reaching her arm straight up to the vertical. It's at a little bit of an angle. And that's okay because that is what her shoulder and her rib cage are giving her. This connection, this stability from rib cage to pelvis, that is the money when we do these low plank rotations. Just one more. Great. And then, Janelle, you can relax. Why don't you go ahead and sit knees down. The other thing that I want you guys to realize with this is that your feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width. Don't try to have your feet super close together with this. It's going to make your hips really unstable. Again, the objective here is stable hips, stable low back, connecting to the rib cage. So if your feet are a little bit wide, and Janelle was just wider than hip width, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to be stable, and you're going to get more benefit out of this. Last piece about the feet, heels should stay up. We don't want the feet to be wildly rotating left and right, because then all of a sudden what's happening is that we're moving the feet because we don't have the control through the torso. So we want more control for the lower body, not less. And that is our low plank rotation.